Hey Taurus babies, this is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope you guys are having a good week. I hope you're having a good birthday month. For those of you that are following me everywhere but here, on Facebook and Instagram, it is day 10 of birthday month. And I hope you guys are celebrating just as hard as I am. I've just determined this year I was going to celebrate every day of the month, try and do something different. So far, so good. Gonna take a break this weekend and do some housekeeping, take care of some other stuff. Taurus, this is your Taurus and Leo sitting in a tree, Kissing, for the month of May and through the first part of June. Two more shuffles. So this is our usual 9-card spread. Recent past, current, and future energy. We'll do 3 cards for each of those, 1 card for overall energy, and 3 cards for guidance from the universe. And as always, I'll pull from both oracle decks. Excuse me while I close my little sliding door. So everybody in the world don't have to hear me. All right. So this is Taurus and Leo kissing in a tree. Actually, it's sitting in a tree, but that's all right. Cut these up. Let's see what we got going on for Taurus and Leo for the month of May. So, let me not cheat. There's your card, Taurus, the Hierophant. That's your overall energy. Y'all looking for commitment. And the Ace of Cups. I promise you that Ace of Cups will make itself known here in a few minutes. A reminder, I do my cards straight up. I don't do reversals. So let's see what the heck we got going on. So for your recent past with your Leo Taurus, Ace of Coin, 4 of Coin, 9 of Cups, current energy, 9 of Wands, Strength card, that's your centerpiece and your challenge. 7 of Coin. Boy, Taurus, what y'all doing? For your future, the World card. Knight of Wands. And the Fool card. Okay, let me just say this because it just shot through my brain. Taurus, some of you may be trying to get out of this relationship. Because this is going to resonate with a lot of different people, a lot of different ways, because there's a lot of different stuff going on right here. With the overall card, your overall energy being the Hierophant, okay, that's us. That's just Taurus all damn day. You can't even act like it belongs to Pisces, somebody else. That's us. And so this is not only our overall energy. When we have energy like this that connects so deeply to us, this is really just more of us being us. So we're always commitment minded. That's all we think about, actually. If anybody want to know the truth, from shopping, if I buy this, I gotta wear this 992 times. Can I commit to wearing these jeans okay, for $19.99? That's the way most Tauruses think. We don't think short about anything. It's very difficult for us when we get into a relationship with someone. Let me just put this where it is. We don't think, we ain't talking about just 6 months. Very few Tauruses, and obviously the intensity of that varies from person to person, because you can be a Taurus and have an Aquarius rising, which make you appear to be very standoffish and cold, even though you are a Taurus. So understand the energy is going to resonate a lot of different ways, but at our core, regardless of whatever else is rising, falling, sliding, skating, whatever, we are about commitment, because that, as an earth sign, that's just who the fuck we are. So when we get into something, we don't ever get into it for a minute. We're trying to get into it for the long haul. And most female Tauruses will tell you, if they're thinking about hooking up with somebody, they've projected so far out in the future. In another world. I'm just saying, I don't think it's a bad thing, actually. I think it makes us look at people from a very different perspective, and we're not about using or just running over people. Again, I know there's some Tauruses out there that do some hanky shit, as with every sign, but by and large, most Tauruses have that quality of just wanting to be settled. And if you think about what a bull is, how big a bull is, and what a bull really likes to do, bulls don't get pissed off till you piss them off. Other than that, they'll wander around forever. They don't care. Smell the grass, smell the daisies, and just be happy about some shit. So I'm saying all of this because this is energy this is just coming out of me. So I don't know what's going on with you and your Leo. I'm concerned with this Ace of Cups right here because that signifies the beginning of another journey. So I'm going to hold on to that. This is what's making me do all this extra talking. When this popped up, first thing popped into my mind was somebody that may be a little younger than you, Taurus. This is future energy. Might be a fire sign, an Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius. Or they may have a lot of this in their chart. But this person is either coming towards you for the first time or coming back towards you. Hang on to that thought. Just hang on to that thought. Let's get back up here to the beginning. The Ace of Coins. So this is your recent past, and I'm going to say this probably goes back into April some ways. This is Taurus. Just know these first two cards are Taurus. You started out on this with your Leo, and you're like, oh, we planting new seeds. Once again, you go back to the first 4 minutes of me talking about Tauruses. We plant seeds, and we don't walk away. We water them suckers, we nurture them, and we want them to grow into the beautiful plants they know that they can be. Taurus, this is what you did with this relationship, but Leo, and that's the energy I'm picking back up from that. It seems like the Leo to you, Taurus, was never really committed to this process, where they were only looking for a short-term gain. It's coming back to me that maybe somebody really at the bottom of all of it really didn't have as much emotion as they claimed to, and but the bigger issue was they needed a place to stay, or they needed some to get through whatever little tough period because they didn't want to be by themselves. They did not have their hooks in you like you had your hooks in them. That led you to be a bit guarded. For some of you, you may have just realized that your partner is just not into you. They're just not that into you. So this is, like I say, energy that's coming back to me from April into May. So this is a relatively new feeling for some of you, whoever that's resonating with. Since that point, you just got guarded. You just got guarded. And whatever you were hoping for, whatever victory you thought you were going to get with your Leo, if this were this way, that's what you got. Empty cup, empty, empty, and empty. So this now makes sense. That's why this is your overall energy, because you're trying to understand what the fuck. I thought we got into this for the commitment. Why the hell? And I was thinking about and then. Yeah, so I'm understanding clearly now why that's there. Your current energy, brain's on fire. Your mind is just stuck right there. Brain fucking on fire. And I get it because and again, Tauruses, we're beast of burden, whatever you want to call us. But when we get going in a certain way, we want to keep going. We don't want to stop. We don't want to hear nothing about no damn Uranus and no changes or some other bullshit. We want to keep going and doing what we're doing because we like what we're doing. We just do it. We keep doing it and it's okay. And when we get into relationships, once we think in our heads that we've sealed that deal, we're off to the races. We're done. We're cooking dinner. We're getting kids. We're doing all the things that go along with having that relationship. And we're not stopping to think about, oh, if, what, how, who. We're just doing it because once we make that decision to plant that seed, to try and come dig that seed up and see what a bull will do to you. They will gore you till you can't see straight. I'm just saying. Understandably so. Right now, you're going, I put the seed and I watered it and I gave it sunshine and I did all kind of shit. And what are you telling me? Your brain is on fire. I get that. But here's the thing, and here's where it gets ugly and it gets pretty at the same time. Your challenge, your centerpiece. You've got the strength, Taurus. Just because this little bullshit right here is not working out, You have the strength to pick up and keep moving it the fuck along. This is your current energy as well. Don't feel like, well, I planted the seed. Yeah, well, now this is where our flaws come out, because we go back to this whole thing. But I planted the seed. I'm the bull. I'm supposed to nurture it. And it's supposed to grow and be beautiful. That's where we get stuck. As a Taurus, I promise you, we'll go right back to that because we're not understanding. I did everything the damn box told me to do. I preheated the oven to 375 degrees. Oh my God, are you kidding? I had all my shit measured out. I did not cheat this time. It wasn't a pinch of this and a stock of that. I measured it out. I had my cups and my spoons, and this shit still didn't work out. And you know what, Taurus? And when I get talking like this, I promise you tomorrow I will remember a damn thing that I've said right now. So that's how I know what I'm saying to you is real and true, because Spirit is on me to tell you this. We can't, every flower doesn't grow, Taurus. That's the fucked up part about that shit. For all the love, care, nurturing and shit that we do, every flower does not fucking grow. It just don't. Here. But look at what we're looking at now. In recent past with the Ace of Coins, diagonal to the Strength card. You got the strength to go back and do this again. They're just giving you what it says. You have the strength to go back and do this again. Hello. Start thinking about what goals you can get in place, what goals you can start achieving. Here, this is where you are right now, Taurus. This is you. You think you right back on it. Even though you still stuck up here, the other half of your brain is like, okay, fuck all this. What other goals? What else? What do I need to do? Because for a lot of you, I feel like this relationship has slipped beyond your grasp. So more or less, whatever you do, this feels like it was a cyclic thing. So this was something that may have, for some of you, been a karmic thing that you needed to get into. With the Hierophant card sitting up here in the corner, I know there's a little bit of karmic in the World card down here. I know there's a little bit of karmic shit going on. So this may have been something that was supposed to happen. Maybe I'm just throwing all the shit up on the wall, pick what fits. Maybe in a past lifetime, the two of you needed to conclude something, to put some closure on something. Maybe in the next lifetime, what you had right here is supposed to be bigger, expanded. However, it's supposed to work out. There's a feel of some karma here. But with that said, do not feel like you can't do this because it didn't work this time. I'm just saying. So the thing for you to do right this minute, this weekend, especially if you right around your birthday. I'm not talking 2 weeks out or next week, 2 weeks in the future, or 3 weeks ago. I'm talking about if your birthday is right, and I said next week, I mean like next week, if it's right here, get out of this. Step out. Step completely off of this board. Go find your crew. Go get a new crew. This is not the crew you really got to be telling the truth to and all that shit. This is your party crew. Go find your fucking party crew and go out and have a good time. Step out of this energy. I'm telling you, if you do it, it will give you a better sense of perspective. You may not feel as bad about having planted something that grew up to be a dud. I'm just telling you, it's what it is. You got the strength. Don't ever think you don't have the strength. For everything that you get into, you can most certainly get out of it. It may require a different way of thinking, but you can do it. For your future energy with the World card here, and then go back to who this person is. I'm going to say now that I've got the full impact of the energy. This is somebody you guys know. And it may be a former co-worker or former classmate. This is somebody you know, and you were going to touch bases. But before that, the World card being right here, and again, it's diagonal to the Strength card. The world got you. The universe got your behind. And whatever you endeavor in the future, and I ain't talking about 2026, I'm talking about 2019. Whatever you endeavor to do in the future is going to be okay. Dun, dun, dun. This person may be a little bit younger than you, Taurus. They may in some areas be not quite as mature And I'm not saying it in a negative sense. I'm just giving you some cues and some things. These are things that are not overcomable. They most certainly are. And I don't think for the many of you, you'd even notice. But I'm just throwing it out there so you know. And I do definitely think this is a person that you've known. And you just not haven't known them like this. You've only known them like this. So I'm just telling you, keep your eyes open. And if you dig in this person on any kind of level, take it a little further and take the risk. I'm just saying, it's okay to take a risk. Again, and if you think about what you're looking at right here, it's a cycle. You planted it. But before you planted it, you had to take a risk. I'm talking about with your Leo. You had to take a risk with your Leo. And I know this is fire energy, but this is not your Leo now. This may be a Leo. It might be an Aries. It might be a Sagittarius. Again, it may be somebody that's neither of those signs and they just have fire energy in their chart. Okay? To do this, you really had to do that first. So this is kind of like, it is definitely a cycle. I can just kind of see the vortex. It's a cycle. It's a cycle you had to go through. You needed to either complete something, or it may very well be that you needed to put the seed in the ground for the next lifetime, or even later in this lifetime. Who knows? Depending on the nature of this relationship and how you feel towards, not the Leo, but how you feel stepping out of this. And all Tauruses will know very well what I say. You know, when you get out of a relationship, one of the thoughts is, could I come back to this person? So you are going to know if you really feeling that person on that level, because you've got free will. Regardless of what I tell you or any other reader tells you, you still have free will and total control of your life. So, near future, it's going to be time to start the cycle over again. Now, things that you can move out of the cycle. You don't have to be guarded. And if you feel like at any point, learn a lesson from this situation with your Leo. If you feel like at the beginning, your intuition is telling you, hey. You hear the little voices going off in your head, the little leprechauns running around talking about, hey, stop, listen. So you don't have to get yourself in a situation where you feel guarded. I have a sense that many of you kind of saw the handwriting on the wall with your Leo. But you just, again, loyalty, Taurus's trademark. You know, you just trudged on thinking it would get better, or, you know, maybe you didn't really see what you wanted to see. This is the beginning of a new journey. So, I mean, the World card, the Fool card, come on, Strength card, yeah, it's time. And rightfully so. It's time. And if you're not feeling fulfilled in this relationship, for a whole nother set of you that you haven't even gotten to the point of talking about, I'm ready to go or leave or whatever, it's time to start a new journey. For a very, very, very small few of you, you're going to stay with your Leo. You start it over again. You may break up briefly, separate, but you will come back together. For a bigger bunch of you, this is adios to this one and on to the next one. And that's just the energy that's coming back. Don't get too hung up on it, Taurus. Like I said, don't get too caught up in it. It's good. There's nothing to worry about in terms of, you know, am I going to have another relationship? Yes, you're going to have another relationship. If you want it to be, that's exactly what it's going to be. So don't get so caught up in your head that you forget that you got the strength and that you can move forward and achieve goals. This is going to come, because this is just the nature of who we are. We're about achieving goals. But this time you may want to manifest something a little more specific about your partner in the future. And you ain't got all day. Let me just put it out there. Things in the universe now, you take, and I'm saying this because I've been looking and studying things for a long time. And I remember a time the universe used to move way slower. Now, people can't, if you watch the news, it ain't taking people all day and all year to get caught doing something. It is not. People getting caught right away. People that have been doing stuff the way the energy is right now, that hasn't been good, they're getting caught too. So just know you're in that energy, and manifesting is happening. It ain't taking 400 years for nothing to happen. So Think about what it is that you really want to manifest in your next relationship, Taurus, and make it happen. I promise you the universe got your back all day. Now let's see. Guidance, Five of Wands, Princess of Swords, and the Six of Coins. Five of Wands. Keep your focus, Taurus. Keep your focus. Don't let your Leo, now, and I'm specifically talking about your Leo, and yes, this is a fire card, and yeah, don't let your Leo have you roaming all over the jungle because they're trying to hold on to you as a security blanket. You heard me? Don't let it happen. Keep your focus. If you decide this is going to be the end of it, if you decide to make the decision not to commit or to uncommit to this person, however, keep your focus, because Leo is going to come at you and be like, hey, look over here. Hey, why don't we do it one more time? Hey, let's go over here. Keep your focus, Taurus. When you make up your mind, whatever you do, keep your focus, especially those of you that want to terminate this energy. Princess of Swords. Don't get careless. Don't get careless. I really getting a strong sense of this person. If you come at them, talk about, you know what, we need to have a talk. And if you get into that conversation about, I think it's time for you to go, or I think it's time for us to break up, be careful. Be careful, because this could turn, you see her with the sword, and you see them two up there fighting. And I'm not saying anything is going to bad happen. What I'm saying is be mindful. Be mindful of your words. Be mindful of where you're doing shit. Don't get all up in the bathroom trying to have no deep-seated conversation about your relationship if you know your partner is not going to take it real well. There's more to this, Taurus. Your partner is feeding you a lot of shit, but at the end of the day, it's about them being able to stand up in their own strength. And right now, I don't get a sense that the Leos that some of you are dealing with right now is capable of standing up in their own little Leo strength. And this is their card. You heard me? So I know what I'm saying, and I know whose card this belongs to, but this is all about Taurus being able to stand up in your strength and know that you have the same strength this lion has to get exactly what you want, when you want it, the way you want it. And if this ain't it, no worries. You can do it. You can go back to trying to achieve some better goals, not even the same ones, some better goals, better relationship goals. At the end of the day, don't spread yourself too doggone thin. And that's real talk right there. And watch whatever you have. This is for those of you that happen to be cohabitating. Make sure the good shit is put away. Matter of fact, take it out the house, take it to your mama's house, take it to your sister's house, take it to your cousin. I don't care where you take it. When you get to the point, hear what I'm telling you, and this is exactly what's coming off this card. If you are in a situation where you're cohabitating, get your stuff. Anything you don't want gone, get it before you start having this conversation. And this is really coming back as, I don't like to use the word warning because that just sounds so damn dire. This is really cautioning you for whatever is upcoming, for those of you that really are thinking about breaking up the commitment with your Leo. This is just a cautionary story for you to mind your P's and Q's. Know where you've come from and understand where you are right now. Don't let your thinking get you stuck that you can't move forward. Don't think you don't have the strength to do what needs to be done. Continue to nurture yourself and work on achieving the goals that you want to achieve. And this is really resonating for you personally, Taurus. If you spent the last year or the last 6 months or 8 months or 10 months or 2 years with this Leo and you've been neglecting you dropped out of school, you didn't get that promotion because you didn't try for it, whatever, get back on track. Get back on track. Just get back on track. And know always that the universe has you. Let's see what the oracle cards have. I've already shuffled. I'm going to shake them up a little bit. This is for Taurus and Leo universe. Thank you for the lessons and the blessings. Moving on. Hot dog it. Who knew? moving on. Vibe check. Okay, so let's deal with the moving on first. Evidently, must be time to go. All that I just said before this, and this pops up. So it must be time to go. There's a process for moving on, Taurus. There's a process for it. We're probably more familiar with it because we've done it before than we are with actually articulating what that process is. But it's a process. Breaking up with somebody, you got to think about, do I want to stay in this relationship or leave it? Sometimes it's an easy decision to make. Sometimes it's not. Do I love this person or not? Are they worth my time or not? Boom, here you go. Moving on. It's a process. And so I can't tell you, I wish I could express how this feels to me. But, and this is a thing for Taurus this year. Work the process, Taurus. Don't, only way I know how to say this, don't have somebody come home one day and all the furniture gone. Unless it's a serious safety issue and you need to have all your stuff gone out the house before they get home. Go through the process. I know y'all like, are you kidding, lady? Are you serious? I am. And understanding what you do now. We're going to talk about these damn seeds. Seeds you plant right now. So you can take that risk later on. And get that relationship that you want. Work through this process. The universe is trying to tell you something. Hello? I'm going to see how fast you can heal out of something. How well you understand the lessons that you need to move. It says moving on, but it's a process. It is definitely a process. And if you look at those leaves falling off wherever the tree happens to be, it's a process. Moving on. Dude had to put on his coat. Hello? It's a process. Work through the process, Taurus. When you get done doing that, it will then be time for a doggone vibe check. And check it out. This is kind of cold and wintry and the shit's all dead and over with, gone. Ooh, but after that, look like out here, cactus, sunshine, sand, on the shore of the beach and some water. Vibe check. Check them vibes. When you come through the healing process, check them vibes. Check your vibes. Check them. See how you're vibrating. Get with your crew. This is my recipe for this situation all the time. Come to vibe check. Get with your crew. You know who I'm talking about. Now, this is not the party crew, the one that you need to get together like in the next hour and get the hell out the house. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about your real tribe. Your best girlfriend or guy friend. You know what I'm saying? The ones that will tell you, girl, you know that weed looks sick. Take that shit off your head. That one. That's the one I'm talking about. Bounce it off. How do I sound? Do I sound healthier to you when I talk about so-and-so, or am I still fucked up? They'll tell you. And even though they may not have said anything about you and how you react and respond to something, I promise you, if you open that door, folks will say, girl, you know you was kind of bouncing off the walls. I ain't want to say nothing. You know how you Tauruses are. Y'all just so practical and just all up in your face. I just said, vibe check. Do it. And it'll help you gauge and understand what you need to gauge and understand for the next relationship. I've started doing it. I started asking my friends, okay, how do I sound? And people are coming back and telling me, girl, you know, you sound happy today. Yeah, okay, that's what you need to hear. Vibe check. I'm going to leave it there, Taurus. For the Taurus and Leo kissing in the tree, I love you guys. If your birthday is this weekend, get your butt out the house. You heard me? Out the house. And go party. Go have some tea. Go have a drink. Whatever you're doing, do it. Enjoy your day. If I missed your birthday, happy belated. But damn it, it's May all month to the 31st. Even though we go into Gemini. It don't matter. It's still Taurus month. I love you guys. Have a good weekend. And I will see you soon. Bye, y'all.